Mother's Day stream for everyone. My boy ACP Carter will be coming on here pretty soon, but until then, I think being as though it's Mother's Day, everyone should be enlightened with this masterpiece. So for the next 6 minutes or so, enjoy.
Hello, all you mothers out there. Short mothers, tall mothers, fat mothers, skinny mothers, old mothers, young mothers, foreign mothers, local mothers, mothers that buzz, mothers that like things that buzz, mothers that like to catch a buzz, mothers that you would swear up and down are buzzed, but they're perfectly normal. Mothers that are mean, mothers that are nice, mothers that are hotter than hell, and mothers that are cold as ice. Mothers with long hair, mothers with short, mothers on parole, mothers still due in court. Mothers that were never there, mothers that were always there. Even the mothers without a lick of hair. Mothers, do you care? Are you still in touch with your mother? Is your mother alive or is your mother dead? Would you rather give her a hug around the neck or smack her upside the head? Have you seen her this week or not seen her at all? Did you see her yesterday or won't you see her till fall? Mothers are important because they gave us life. Mothers are also important because one of them's my wife. Not the mother of my child, but the mother of hers. I love her so much, I'd buy her diamonds and furs. Well, not really, because I can't afford that shit. But she knows I love her. This she does get. Motherly poem from the top of my head. Most of you probably clicked X and gone to watch Fred. That's okay. This ain't about you. It's about your mother, you silly fool. Did you call your mother if she's out of town? Did you wrap your arms all the way around? The mother that bore you for 9 long months. The skanky old mother that did it for the humps. It really doesn't matter because it's your mother, you see. Without your mother, you would not be.
So
no
true.
matter how mad, no matter how pissed, no matter how many times you think your mother has dissed, your mother is cool in at least one way. Because if it wasn't for her, you wouldn't be watching me today. My mother died 21 years ago. I wish I could see her to give her a kiss. But instead, I'll have to do this. I love my mother each and every day. If I could see her one more time somehow, some way, I would wrap my arms around her and say, Mother, I love you. There is no one else on this planet that ranks above you. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you so much. If I could just reach out my hand, and yours I could touch. Pray for the mothers that aren't feeling well. Pray for the mothers that are doomed to hell. Pray for the mothers that you would swear are saints. Pray for the mothers that has a bad case of the caints. While you're at it, say hello to your mother. Because she just left my house. And she's heading on down to another.
That's just
No,
wrong.
that's wrong. This is all about the mothers. Not a bunch of woulda, shoulda, couldas, and druthers. Not what I should have done as opposed to what I did for that mother of mine that dropped me on my head. For you see, my friends, that's what's wrong with me. But I don't blame my mother. She did the best she could for me. The divorce was awful. The pain was bad. After they divorced, I hardly ever saw my dad.
Ain't that the truth?
But my mother was there each and every day.
Yes, she was.
And sometimes I didn't like the things she would say. But as I look back, I now realize that there's no other love like the love you see in a mother's eyes. How will I go on without my mother? For surely to God, there could be no other. When you see your mom, give her a hug and a smile. Sit your lazy butt down and tell her you love her a while. It's the least you can do for that awesome mother that didn't abort you.
That's right.
No, I'm not going to get
Preach
political.
on, preacher.
You all know where I stand. You should own up to your responsibilities if you lay down with a man.
That's the truth.
So pick up your phone,
Ho.
call her, or text. Just tell her you love her, and there is no next. She's the best that there is. No one else will do. Thank you, Mother.
I love you.
I love you. Or to say, Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Even
That's
the bad
right.
ones.
That's right. That's right.
We all deserve love of some kind, even when we've been bad.
Even when we've been bad, we deserve love. Ain't that right? On a Sunday afternoon/evening, depending on where you are in these here United States of America. Welcome to BVD TV in the Sunday live stream. My buddy ACP Carter, he'll be chiming in here in just a minute as soon as I get all the thank yous and hellos out of the way. And then he can come on and he can get all of his thank yous and hellos out of the way. But anyway, as always now, any BVD production is brought to you solely by Everhart Transportation Incorporated right here in beautiful downtown Greenville, Tennessee. For all your trucking needs, locally and nationally, these dudes can handle it. If you got something that needs weighed, come by and get weighed. If you need to fill her up, come fill her up. Best diesel prices in town for transfer trucks. That's Everhart Transportation on Industrial Road in Greenville, Tennessee. Thank you so much, Klein, for your generosity, and to everyone else who's ever spent a second here with me on BBD TV. Oh, we've been doing this every Sunday now for I don't even know how long now. Seems like we just started, but it's really been a couple of months now. I guess we've started and been doing this. And of course, one of these days when this stream starts up on Sunday nights, we'll have about 10 million people in here anticipating the beginning. But for right now, we'll just settle for all my close, good YouTube buddies that are here faithfully and religiously. Like perhaps, let's say, my good friend ACP Carter, who joins us now. What's going on, Carter?
What's going on, brother?
Where you at?
Happy to be here. I am coming to you live from Pensacola, Florida tonight.
Pensacola, Florida. You know, every time I think of you going down to Florida, for some reason I always think that you're going like, not in the Panhandle where Pensacola is, but down towards Miami. And I'm thinking, Jesus, what a drive, man. It's a drive anyway. But at least it's not like going to Miami.
It's only about an 8-hour drive to get down here in Pensacola.
Sounds like you're outside.
I am, sitting next to a palm tree.
Well, pretty little palm trees. We don't have those up here in Tennessee unless they're imported from someplace that does have them. I guess we'll settle for our beautiful maples and oaks and all them other pretty trees we got up here. So we decided to go an 8:30 start time tonight because we have so much fun on here. We haven't had any argumentation much going on the last few weeks. Maybe that'll come as we get closer to football season. And the sound, the audio on this is going to be a little odd until I work out the issue here. I'm literally like in a box now compared to where I was when I was over by my snack bar. So I'm getting a little bit, shit, it may be better for you guys. I don't know if you can hear it any better, Carter.
Yeah, I can.
Well, that's good. We're going to take some calls in a little while, talk about anything you guys want to talk about. Tennessee wins a baseball series over them Florida Gators this week and this weekend. And a good friend of mine texted me Friday asking me if I knew who won the game, and I didn't. I must confess, I didn't know that Tennessee had lost a 9-2 lead to Florida and lost 10-9. I think he was texting me just to get under my skin because he's so good at that. Carter knows who I'm talking about. As it worked out for him, the Gators lost that series, and it's always a beautiful thing when Tennessee beats Florida in anything. Is that not right, Mr. Carter?
Absolutely. There's nothing better than beating Florida, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, tiddlywinks, shot put, or even beer pong.
Yeah, beer pong. There you go. What's up, Cattle Dog? What's up, Ryan Charles, Aaron Ross, Matt S. in the house, Space Mountain, Cody D, this dude called BVD, whoever that is, he's in here. That's all I can see right now out of the 13,000 attending. Looking for any snappy comments here. The General rolled in, listening from L.A., and that's not Lower Alabama, I'm assuming.
That's where I'm at, Lower Alabama.
There you go. We should have our buddy Roland Marlin in here at some point to ask the three-prong question. What's going on, Cattle Dog? I wonder if ASU makes the dance. I don't know, Cattle Dog. I know you're talking about softball. Me and Cattle Dog are probably the two biggest softball fans on YouTube, at least in our little circle of friends. I know Tennessee will make the playoffs. The World Series, I don't know, man. We choked in the first round of the SEC tournament. Hey, Cattle Dog, did the Pac 12,000 or 18 or however many's out there now, did they have a single elimination tournament like we did? Let me... what's up, Michael Rector, joining in with us tonight? Let's see. Are they hiring drivers? Space Mountain, actually, they probably are. Assuming you're talking about ETI. Dude, how old are you, Space Mountain? Who won the SEC softball tournament? I don't really know, Space Mountain, because it came down to Alabama and Florida. And, damn, see, I didn't want to hear that, Cody. Florida won it. And they've got a pitcher down there that is freaking amazing. Hey, if you're a truck driver, Space Mountain, seriously, go down there Monday and talk to Klein. That would be awesome if somebody actually showed up down there and said, hey, I heard about you guys on BBD TV. That would make my friggin' day. Yes, they do, General. Carter, you're awful quiet. I know that's because I'm blathering on here. Do you have anything you would like to contribute to tonight's stream as we get rolling? Any, I don't
Happy
know.
Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, especially mine.
You got a pretty cool mother, even though she does not know how to make gravy. But she is a great Southern lady. I will tell you guys that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm sure she does too.
Well, no. See, Aaron Ross says Tennessee plays George Quarles through the 2020 football season. During the 2020 football season. Really, we're playing Furman. That's pretty cool, but sad, actually. But hey, a win's a win, and we'll take it. It's too bad we can't play 13 Furmans, bad as we are right now. We're getting better, though. We're going to get better. We got any 5-star recruits on campus, Carter?
For football?
Yeah.
I'm not that I know of.
Oh, come on. Of course we do. We got the big lineman, Wanye Morris. Wasn't he a 5-star?
I think on 24/7 he is.
Okay, so that's one more, according to Uncle Lou, than Florida has. I still don't know if I believe that or not. He said that there's no 5-stars at Florida right now. And
Wow.
if somebody would be kind enough to look that up for me, I could look it up myself, but I don't multitask very well, so I'll leave that up to you guys to look it up for. I'm sure we do, General. I think we probably got more than one, surely to God. I mean, the General says Lou is right. Does that mean recruits or current players?
I think he means current players. What do you think?
Well, I'm assuming that's what I assumed. I assumed it was. Good evening, Richard Gash. I assumed it was. Space Mountain says both. I assumed it was, recruits and current players. So that's amazing to me. I mean, how are you the state university in Florida, the state that supposedly has the best high school recruiting grounds in the country? Debatable and arguable, of course, with Georgia and Texas and a couple other states. Yeah, but how do you not have at least one of those there? I don't get it.
Yeah, that is a good point. I don't get it either. There is something I did want to say. I'm going to send you a picture. I have been working on the BVD TV decal stickers. I found a website where I can make them, and I think you're going to like it.
Cool. I'm game for anything.
We'll talk about the price and stuff later, but just want to throw that out there for anybody who's interested in rocking a BVD TV decal.
That's pretty cool. Carter's making some BVD TV stickers, I guess, bumper stickers maybe?
Yeah, they're like car decals. You can put on your bumper, window, whatever you want.
That would be cool.
Phone.
I know the t-shirts work, man. I don't know if you can even see it the way my new setup is, but every time I've worn one of these daggone BVD t-shirts, BVD TV t-shirts, say that 3 times fast. Every time I've worn one of these out in public, somebody always asks me what the hell BVD TV is. So, man, if I could get a couple 100 million people wearing them things across the country, we might actually make 10,000 subscribers before football season. All right, Aaron, I know you got to go. It's getting close to Game of Thrones time, and Aaron Ross is has not missed Game of Thrones with only 2 episodes left. That's right, boys and girls, only 2 episodes left of Game of Thrones. Ironically, there's only 2 episodes left of American Idol, and that fat ass Wade Coda is still in the damn game. I'm disgusted by that because, I love us fat asses, don't you, Carter?
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotta love a good fat ass.
Gotta stick together, man.
That's right. Catalog says that the Lady Devils of Arizona State are in 4th place in the pack. Something that looks like pack 8, like the at symbol. Richard Gash said he'd put the decal on his truck next to his New Jersey decal. Hey, we'll take it. That'd be cool.
Absolutely, man.
So, still waiting on... What's up, Jamal? Still waiting on Roland Marlin to roll in here. And Carter, you mentioned something before we went on live here about baseball. I know you're a big baseball fan, much bigger than I am, but I'm trying to get back into it. So I'm going to turn it over to you for a minute or two and let you talk about Major League Baseball.
All right, sounds good to me. First things first, the standings. Well, Cubs and Brewers are playing right now. If you're, which I'm sure a lot of people in the Tennessee area are either Braves or Cardinals, but Cardinals have gone 2-8 in their last 10, which I know, BVD, you are a big baseball or a big Cardinal fan. I don't know how, well, I know you like them. I don't know if you're a diehard fan, but anyway, like I said, in the Central, the Cubs actually have 1-game lead over the Brewers. Pirates 3 games out. Cardinals are 3 games out. Cardinals lost to the Pirates today, by the way. Like I said, 2-8 in their last 10. Cubs are 8-2 in their last 10. They swept the Cardinals. So in the East, which I'm a Braves fan, Braves are still 3 games out. 21-20 record. Phillies 23-16. Mets not far behind. 4 games out. In the NL West, of course, the Dodgers are 7-3 in their last 10. Padres 4 games out. Cattle Dogs, Diamondbacks are 4 games out. In the American League, Of course, in the AL East, we got the Rays in first place. Yankees are only a half game out, though. Red Sox 3 games out. AL Central, we got the Twinkies with a 4-game lead, or 4 games ahead of the Indians. And then in the AL West, the Houston Astros are 6.5 games in first place. Angels are behind them. Then the Mariners, Athletics, and Rangers. So that's about it. Also, but the cool thing is, the MLB does do a really cool thing on Mother's Day every year. They always have pink bats, or I'm not sure how many years they've been doing the pink bats now, but they have pink bats. They wear like pink armbands, pink socks. So a lot of the teams will wear like pink hats, or where the hats have like a pink bill or whatever, and they always auction all of it off for breast cancer research, which I think is always cool.
Keep going.
All right. In NBA news, which we're getting close to the finals now. In the West today, Trailblazers beat the Nuggets 100-96 to clinch that series. In the East, there is a game going on right now between the 76ers and the Raptors. Raptors lead at 65-64 with 27 seconds left in the third period. And the winner of that game will play the Bucks, the Milwaukee Bucks, which, I don't know about you, Keith, but I think it's kind of neat to see the 76ers and the Milwaukee Bucks even being mentioned and playing for the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, absolutely. Those are two franchises from back in my day growing up. That the Bucks not so much, but the Sixers were my mortal enemy growing up in basketball. As I was and still am a Lakers fan, I guess. If you had to pin me down and make me choose an NBA team, the Lakers will always be my team, even though I can't really stand LeBron James. I didn't like Kobe. I didn't like Shaq. But the dudes were awesome. And with the new coach that the Lakers have got, I expect them to be back around pretty soon. And as far as the baseball, now that we got that out of the way, yes, I am still a Cardinals fan. And there's Roland Marlin, who has lower cholesterol, BBD, Catfish, or Uncle Lou. I like that one. That's a good one. What would you say, Carter? Who has the lower cholesterol?
Probably Uncle Lou. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Just he's not as big as you and Catfish.
Right. I would agree.
You never know.
I would agree. Uncle Lou looks to be in pretty good shape for a man of his age. He's way older than I am. Not really, but actually, of the three of us, I am the oldest. Catfish is creeping up behind me there. I think 2, maybe 3 years younger than Uncle Lou. Somewhere younger than the two of us all together. I would say, yeah, I've ridden with Catfish for a month on his truck, and I've seen what he eats as a truck driver. So I'd say his cholesterol is probably up.
You know what the biggest difference between you and Catfish, other than Uncle Lou, what the difference is?
What the biggest difference in the three of us is?
Well, you and Catfish, what you and him have different than Uncle Lou.
Better looks?
No. Y'all are at least old enough to remember Georgia's last national championship.
He's old enough to remember that, but yeah, you're right. What in the world is that noise?
I hear it too. I don't know.
Sounds like a dang cricket. How tall are you and Catfish, and how much do you two weigh? Together or separately, Roland? Actually, Catfish is probably, I'm going to guess, a couple inches taller than me. When I was growing up, I was 5'10", but I've lost a couple of inches. Literally have lost a couple of inches to back surgeries. Had 3 of them, so I'm like 5'8" right now, 5'8" on a good day. My weight, it fluctuates anywhere over the last literally 20, 25 years between 235 and 245. and right now I think I'm around 240. I had lost a little bit of weight. I had lost like 15 pounds, but I've, like I always do, I've gained 5 or 10 of it back. So I'm convinced, unless I get really serious about it, I'm going to stay around 235, 245 my whole life. Catfish, I don't know. I don't think he weighs quite that much, Roland. I would guess 220 maybe. That's taking a wild guess. I really have no clue. And Uncle Lou, he's got to be under 200. And his head, let's just say if Uncle Lou weighs 200, his head covers about 150 of that. So I'm not talking shit. We don't do that here. We don't talk shit. Yeah. What would you say? How tall and how much do you think he would weigh, Carter?
We're talking about catfish.
Uncle Lou General says still less than EDP combined. No doubt.
Yeah, no doubt. Uncle Lou's probably 6 foot. He's probably like 100 and, well, he's probably like 220, maybe. Do you think that's too much?
Have you met Uncle Lou in person?
No, have you?
No, I haven't. I think he's less than 6 foot tall. I think. For some reason, I'm wanting to say he's pretty short.
He might be.
Not 5'8" short, but I don't know. I may be wrong. Hell, he might be 6'5". 16's in the room. Balls for Life 16. What's going on, brother?
Always a pleasure. With someone who I have met, actually.
Yeah, that's a good one. 16 says to find Georgia's last national title, you need a DeLorean and a flux capacitor. General said Uncle Lou's about 6 feet. So now that we've gotten the vitals out of the way for myself, Uncle Lou, and Catfish, yeah, you know, I'm always. Cattle Dog says he's not that tall. I'll talk smack to and about Uncle Lou anytime, but generally we don't do that on here. This is a family channel. You know, we're nice to everybody. We want hugs and roses and daisies going around the place. Unless we're talking about Florida or Alabama, in which case those two can blow me. So.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't get that, man. I've never understood the homerism for conferences, and I've talked about this ad nauseum on here. People are probably sick of hearing me talk about it, but I don't get it, man. I do not get it. Gator is taller, Catalog says. I know that. Gator's head alone is 2 feet taller than me.
I just want to let you know real quick, I just sent you the draft for the BBD TV decal. I want to know what you think.
Okay. Where'd you send it?
Back to your phone.
Oh, I see. Okay. Alright. You want me to check it now? Or?
It. Yeah, I want you to check it now.
Alright, hang on just a second here.
Let me know what you think. I can adjust it.
Well, of course,
I can change the colors.
Can always be adjusted. Let's see. Oh, okay, that's pretty generic. Like the, I like it though. I mean, that's pretty cool. If there's any way we could change the T to the power T, or close to it, you know. But
you
that's
can
still
upload your own design.
That's still pretty cool.
to.
Let me see if I can get this up here where everybody else can see it. That's a pretty popular design that you see with different stickers. Pretty cool. Actually.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and see if I can do like a different kind, maybe instead of the oval shape.
Yeah. You know what would be cool is if they could do it like in a football shape.
Well, let me work on that.
That's pretty cool. If now see, here's where I could use my roommate's help.
Yes.
With his artistry, he could make it look like a football, and the laces could say BBD TV. I'm going to suggest that to him. And in case anybody didn't know, I have a roommate that is an amazing artist.
He is. I've seen it for myself. The guy is very talented.
Well, let's see here. Put the laces at the top like a football. Yeah, that's possible.
Yep. Like I said, I'm working on it. This is just a draft.
Rough draft, rough sketch. I hear you. Damn, man. You know what? the off season is tough, and
It is.
when you don't, you guys know me. I'm not the type of person that's going to sit down and make up a list of 1,000 different things to talk about during these live streams, which we've got 5 people watching now. That probably is why. But it's hard, man, to get on here and just talk about shit when there's no football to talk about. I mean, I guess there's always something to talk about, but I guess as far as that goes, we're both going to have to get on the old interwebs and start reading some of this stuff, because I can't count on my guys in the comments to bring me shit to talk about. It's not catalog. We haven't heard from you in a while. Would you like to call in and talk to the people? I know you don't have cable, but I do know you have a phone. Hang on, give me just a second, and I shall put the number up here. I don't. That's true, General. Good point. I haven't seen Ryan in a while.
Yeah.
Good little while. All right. Let's see. How do I put the phone number up here? Carter, you're not being a very good co-host, man. You're supposed to like jump in there and pick me up.
I'm sorry. I've been trying to work. I've been working on the sticker, so I found one with the football. So I'm just working on it. My bad. And you know where I'm at right now, I can't really check the comments. I apologize for that.
3, 2.
Would you like a little green in there, Keith? Green Devils.
No, you know, who says we have to have just one design?
That's true. But sounds good.
All right, I about got the phone number ready to put up here.
Right.
Go ahead.
Myself am a huge, which I think I told you this, but I've been watching Game of Thrones recently. I really just started, and so I finished season 7. You know, I downloaded the HBO Go app, or now HBO Now, and I'm almost caught up. I'm like on episode 4, and I know episode 5 comes out tonight. That's kind of off topic, but just figured I'd throw that in there.
But hey, like I always say, man, well, in my videos or any live streams I do, nothing is off topic. Of course, I started doing these things a couple months ago during basketball season, so I always had a basketball game to do, and I guess I could do the NBA games now, like Bad Dog and some of the other guys do. I just don't like the NBA enough to do it.
I don't either.
I can't get into that. There we go.
Here's the new one. Here's the new one with the...
Go ahead.
Here's the new design with the football I just sent to you. I think it looks really cool, but I can't get rid of that hashtag or number symbol. I don't know why. Because there's supposed to be a number there, but I don't know. Hashtag BBD.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
There's a new one. That's pretty cool. The more I look at that first one, the more I'm digging it.
Yeah.
Either one would be cool. The problem is probably going to be the pricing.
Actually, you can order 50. The one at the football price, those footballs, you can get 50 of them for $30.
No shit.
Yes.
Wow.
The other ones were even cheaper. 50 of them were like $19.99.
Wow, that is cheap.
100 was like $39.99 or something like that. So.
Cattle Dog, you gonna call in? Or are you gonna chicken out? Hey man, I could always use my official Arizona Cardinals correspondent on Sunday nights. We might have to work on this timing on Sunday nights once football season gets here. But now that you mentioned it, General, I am a bit concerned about Ryan. We haven't seen him in a long time.
Has it been that long?
Huh?
I thought he was on here last week. Was he not?
Oh shit, I don't know. I'm just going along with General.
I got you.
I mean, I honestly don't recall seeing him. I don't know. Maybe it's just my oldness and my bad visionness Mo T in the house. What's up, Mo T? I could use some Mo T right now.
I'm loving Arnold Palmer right now.
There's somebody else that popped in here just a minute ago. Man, this is terrible, Carter.
Oh, we don't have a lot of people in here.
Brian Milo. Milo or Milo? And I know Brian has told me that before.
Milo's tea?
Yeah, Milo does make some good tea. Brian, I do believe, is, if I'm not confusing him with someone else, is my good buddy in Knoxville who him and his son watched BBD TV all the time. Yeah, Roland, you want to call in? Phone number's right there on top of my ugly head. I think I got the... Hey, General, check your contacts and see if I've got the right phone number up. I lost my piece of paper. And, of course, I guess I could look on my phone. Duh. But I'm pretty sure that's the right number. The only part that might be wrong is the second 3-digit. Let's see. Oh, I would think absolutely Space Mountain. If ever there were a first ballot receiver Hall of Famer, Larry Fitzgerald would be that guy.
Absolutely.
How many years do you think he's got left, Carter?
I think he's got 2, maybe 3.
Man, I'd give anything, not just for me and Cattle Dog and my old buddy RTL, who I would love to talk to RTL football again. Possibly the most boring human to ever make YouTube videos, but still a cool guy. The only person more boring than RTL was Osmosis. And I know Cattle Dog knows who I'm talking about. But I miss RTL, man. I got to tell a story about RTL real quick. And I don't think anybody in here outside of Cattle Dog and Carter probably even knows who he is. Who are you talking about there, Space Mountain? Anyway, RTL Football is a guy, he's an Arizona Cardinals fan, one of the first people that I interacted with on YouTube back in 2008. And it was late 2008. So he thinks, for some reason, that I'm a Niners fan trying to rattle his cage. And, I mean, we were going at it back and forth, in the comments. And he was threatening to make a video about me. And I think I even did make one about him saying, look, dude, I promise you I'm a damn Cardinals fan. And, I mean, we were throwing down. And finally I convinced him that I wasn't an Arizona troll. A Niners troll, and we ended up being pretty good buds on here. But I won't say why he's not on here anymore, but he's suffice to say he's not on here anymore.
Right.
I don't know where Catalog went. How long you been rocking the YouTube TTC thing, Carter? How long you been watching?
Since 2009, man.
No way, really?
Yeah, I was a typer in 2009, 2010, and me and 92 Ride the Lightning and Super Saiyan 1.
92 Ride the Lightning, yep.
Yep.
I remember him. Do you remember UGA Fan 93?
I think so. I remember Jack and Black Dog.
That's UGA Fan 93 is Jack.
Yeah.
I talked to him the other day.
No kid.
Yeah, I was watching one of these shows, as my cousin calls them, gay-ass shows. No offense to happy people. But it was a TLC show or one of those TV networks, and the film crew had gone to Lassiter High School in Marietta, I think, Georgia, and they were doing a show on the teacher, one of the teachers there being the best teacher and blah, blah, blah. And that reminded me of Jack, so I messaged him on Facebook, and he's actually doing well. He's got him a woman, and I want to say he's graduating college soon. But anyway, man, all these youngins from the early TTC days are growing up. Yes, I can, General. I've covered that with them. I can say anything I want to that pops into my head, as long as it doesn't include bad-mouthing truck driving or, certain truck driving companies, which I wouldn't do that anyway. Truck driving industry is the backbone of this country. and we are all very fortunate. Gump on YouTube called Kevin. Oh, dude, you're talking about Cowboy 79, I think. Have I watched him? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's one of the first Alabama redneck turds that I ever found on here. And he actually, I don't know if you remember this or not, Carter, but he used to do a little live. It wasn't live streaming at the time. It was something else. Hell, it might have even been Ubu, but it was something like that where he would get on video, and you could go in there and talk to him. And I went in there and started.
Tiny Chat.
Was it Tiny Chat? It might have been.
I believe it was.
I went in there and trolled him a couple of times, and damn, he got mad at me. But we worked it out, and I let him know that, hey, look, man, I know you're a redneck, and you can't help being a redneck, and I understand your love for your team, and blah, 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 blah. And he got over his feelings, and everything was fine. So it looks like
Life's
General.
too short.
Do what?
Life's too short.
Mm-hmm. It is. It most certainly is. Is he for real? Or is dude, Roland, that is 100% for real. That dude is not acting. He doesn't know how to act, I don't think. Well, if we could ever get Lawtide in here, who I talked to him the other day, he's been pretty busy. Lawtide will confirm that that is not an act. He actually lives not far from Lawtide. I think they used to be buddies or something. Mega Skeet. Yeah, I miss that dude.
What about Bama Cartman? He used to talk in that Cartman voice, that Bama mask.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember his name, but that was pretty funny. That dude was pretty funny.
Was it Cameron or something?
Who?
Was it a Cameron or something like that?
There was a Cam.
Oh, not the Duke Bama fan.
No, not that guy. I know who you're talking about. But yeah,
He had that houndstooth sheet over his head with that mask.
We've had some characters on here. It's too bad we can't get it back. Cat, I hate to always talk about the same things and the same people on here, but can't help it. The other day, Catfish and I were talking about YouTube, and he thinks that YouTube is dying. And
Really?
yeah, and you know, I can't really argue that.
I guess I don't understand how is it died, but I feel like it's more popular than ever. Is it not?
I don't know, man. I mean, different aspects of it is the professional part of it. What is it? YouTube TV or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
What's
premium,
that? Yeah, YouTube Premium. Roland Marlin asked the question that Carter has been asking for months, maybe years, and everybody's been asking. BBD, when are you going to get back to doing skits?
Yes.
That is a legit question, Roland, and I don't have an answer for you. I want to get back to doing it. I have a lot of props, man. I've accumulated some props over the years, and I'll make you this promise. This football season, I will try to get back to doing some Tennessee football skits, because I've got some good ideas. I'll tell
you what I'll do for you.
All right.
You know that little pitchfork I got that you want so bad for the Greenville thing?
Oh, the one you've been promising for years now to send me?
I never promised to send it to you.
Yes, you did, but that's another story.
I haven't had it that long.
Okay, whatever.
But if you get back to your skits, I'll let you have it.
Okay. That's a form of Indian promising, but okay. I'm going to get back to it. I promise. I will get back to doing skits. I think the last skit I did on here was the Uncle Lou Horsehead skit, which was really not that good, but people seem to like it. Do you even remember that one, Carter?
Yeah, I do.
I vaguely remember it myself. I know I had that horsehead mask. But I have, man, over the years, every time I go to a flea market or anywhere and see something. In fact, I've got at least one Alabama prop that I plan to use this football season. I don't know how much of a skit it will be, but I think Tennessee fans will enjoy the prop and what I do with it. I just haven't decided yet 100% what I'm going to do with it. But
you need to bring back those rebel flag shorts and the banana.
Oh man, that was hilarious. I wish I hadn't
Yes.
sold those shorts. But
Yeah,
I knew those would go quick at the flea market.
I bet.
I found those damn things for $1 at the Newport, Tennessee Goodwill store.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Some girl in her trailer bought those.
you know it. Let's see.
Looking in the comments, somebody
Yeah,
said they missed Bill for VOLS.
yeah.
Well, the general said he missed Bill for VOLS.
I think all Tennessee fans probably miss Bill.
Yeah.
And he was, man. The dude was hilarious. Um, but Bill is 100% done with YouTube.
Yeah,
He outgrew it, so to speak. Um,
he did.
and I understand. It was hard. It is hard getting on here every Sunday and making crow videos.
It was.
And he told me that it got to the point where when he was watching the games, like while he was watching the games, he was dreading having to make a damn crow video.
Yeah.
And that's sad but true. Can you get a big Go Dogs? Go Dogs. What's happening, Josh? I've been well. How have you been, man?
Go Milan Dogs.
There you go. Carter's a Dogs fan.
Yeah, Milan High School Bulldogs.
Yep. I don't think he's watching. Because usually if he's watching, he's got something smart ass to say. But Augusta Gator. Did I mention that Tennessee beat Florida in the baseball series this weekend? I don't think I mentioned that, did I, Carter?
Well, if you did, you know what? It's worth mentioning again.
Yeah, that's right. Tennessee did beat Florida in baseball this weekend, and I don't give a shit if it's baseball or not. We beat Florida, and times are bad down in Florida, and it doesn't bother me at all. I haven't lost one wink of sleep over that. And my hope is that when football season rolls around, things will be in such bad shape down there that they'll just give up. But I want to beat them fair and square. I want to beat them on the field. And sadly, we play in the swamp this year, and I told Gator that I would come to the game. Oh, God. Oh, Volunteer Roadshow. No wonder you're not answering my text. Yep. Well, I sent you a text saying at 8:30 I would be live streaming. Duh. You should know. What's going on, Hoss? My man. Oh, Roadshow. The Roland Marlin question of the day is who has lower cholesterol, BBD, Catfish, or Uncle Lou? And the consensus answer to that is Uncle Lou probably has lower cholesterol. I don't know if it's possible, but he might have lower cholesterol than you and me combined, if that's even possible.
It could be.
I feel for Bill on dreading the crow because there's just tons of hate and trolling. It is, Cody. I got to where I'm almost ashamed to admit this. I enjoyed part of making the troll vids because it gave me an opportunity to have a little fun. Because making the trash talking videos through the week wasn't any fun because I knew I was talking shit. And when I say talking shit, I mean literal shit. I mean, you understand, Carter. You got to the point. Hell, that may have been why you quit making videos. I don't remember what you said.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the reason. There was other things too, but I mean that had a lot to do with it, the crow thing, and I just felt like I wasn't the best video maker anyway. I wasn't any good at editing. My content wasn't that great. I would simply just hit record, say what I needed to say, and upload it. I wouldn't put any effects or anything like that in there, and those Oregon videos kind of done me in.
Yeah, man, and those were your better videos.
Yeah, they were, but all the hate that came with it was a lot to deal with, especially when people like my job, I was getting calls at work somehow people, I don't know how people do it, but I mean, there's people posting my social security number in the comment section.
Yeah, that's a little overboard.
Yeah. Eugene police called me the day before the game, asked me if they were going to, like, literally ask me. I had to tell them I wasn't going, but yeah, it got pretty real because I had a few people threaten me, and I guess, I don't know, because I went on that radio show, one of the radio shows, I don't know what did it, but something.
Let's see, we got a couple of questions and comments from the chat box. Roland asked another question: who smokes the least amount of cigarettes, BBD, Catfish, or Uncle Lou? I would say that is most definitely Uncle Lou. And then Catfish follows it up by saying me, and he says Catfish says he smokes 2 cigarettes a day. And the next question from Roland Marlin should be, who lies the most? And my answer would be definitely Volunteer Roadshow, because he smokes more than 2 cigarettes a day, folks. He smokes 2 cartons a day. Josh Pinion, no sir, my mother has been dead, believe it or not, 28 years. And I miss her, and it's been so long, actually, that sometimes I forget that I even had a mom. And it's sad but true, Stacy McDaniel, I'm sick of all the hate from all these fans laughing at Tennessee. I cannot wait for Tennessee to start kicking some ass in football. Amen, brother.
Yeah, for real. Well, hopefully it'll turn around soon. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, it's got to. 7 wins for sure this year, I would think. Appreciate it, Josh. I appreciate that, brother. It means a lot. Yeah, Volunteer Roadshow. I opened up the stream tonight with that. And I don't usually laugh at my own stuff, but that was pretty funny. Made me laugh. Haas says he still trolls Buckeye fans to this day. Yeah, I had a little bit of fun, Haas did, with the Buckeye fans. Made a little noise up there in Columbus.
Yeah, you made a couple videos up in Columbus. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I made some in Raleigh for NC State. Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah, you had a lot of fun on that trip.
Oh, yeah.
At my expense.
What's up, El Nino? How you doing today, sir? Volunteer Roadshow says, will you tell us the Lionel Richie story? Actually, he didn't say that. I was just waiting for somebody to say that. All right, VRS, hit the road, be safe, don't wreck. And if you do, make sure it's a Bama fan that you run over. A Bama fan not named Hoss or Lawtide. How about that?
See you, Catfish. We'll talk soon.
Hey, Hoss, I just said Hoss. Hey, Hoss, somebody just asked me if Cowboy 1979 was real or an act. What would you think? What's your opinion on that? What's the score, Space Mountain, Toronto? I should have it on TV. But where I'm at where I'm facing now, I have to look this way to watch the TV. So I'm trying to rearrange the quote studio and all that stuff. Yeah, I thought you were leaving, Roadshow. I like this asshole sent me a sign of the Grand Canyon yesterday. Knowing how much my bucket list has the Grand Canyon right at the very top of it. What a jerk off. I bet you just finished kicking puppies a little while ago, didn't you, Roadshow? Now you're tired and had to pull over and rest. 141 left to go. Toronto up 88-85, says Space Mountain. I don't know who to pull for in that. I would kind of like to see the Sixers win just because of the old school thing. But then again, I enjoy new teams getting in there. Yeah, Space Mountain. Space Mountain, where do you live? I mean, obviously you don't have to give me your address, but you live somewhere close, right? You probably told me this.
He lives in Space Mountain.
God, my memory sucks. You're probably right, Josh. Me and Carter were talking about this before the game. Before the stream. It really doesn't matter
Yeah,
which
'cause
team.
Golden State.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know though, man. I'd like to see Portland pull the upset over Golden State. Just
I would
outside
too.
of Pittsburgh, okay. Just outside of Pittsburgh. We won fair and square. Yeah, fair and square. That's a hoss or uh, cowboy classic video right there. The funniest video I've ever seen from him was he was teaching his son how to play horseshoes. How do you teach somebody how to play horseshoes? Hey son, see that peg over there? Take this horseshoe and throw it at it. That's how you teach somebody. And he was getting mad at him too. I think he took that video down. But I think he was getting ready to abuse his child on camera. Oh.
Josh Pinion says Warriors are the Alabama of NBA. Bad. I hate to say it. Well, I think the Warriors are the Clemson actually now.
Well, Clemson's only won one though.
Oh yeah, they won 2. 2016, 2018.
Damn, that's right.
Yeah.
God, my memory is bad.
2 out of 3.
Wait a minute. They did win in 2016?
In 2015, they lost to Alabama. 2016, they beat Alabama. 2017, Alabama beat them in the semifinal game. And then last year, they beat Alabama for the championship.
Wow. Wowzy, wowzy, woo, woo.
They've been to the playoff 4 straight years.
Yeah, I think I knew that. I just, for some reason, I don't remember them winning it 3 years ago or 2 years ago or whatever. But, hell, I guess they have. Damn.
It was that little pass they did.
Yeah, that's right.
Like
That's right.
Yeah.
The little white dude out of the backfield. Yep.
Yeah.
I remember. That was an epic game now that I think about it. Why? I was thinking that was in the semifinals, but I don't remember. I'll have to trust a 28-year-old's memory over mine.
Yeah. Good for you.
Haas says I don't particularly like Clemson. I understand that, Mr. Haas. Kind of like Tennessee fans don't particularly like Alabama. But
Alabama fans don't like Auburn.
after a while, man, you just become kind of numb to the hate. I mean, it's not even really hate that I feel for Alabama right now. Is it you, Carter?
Oh, there's always going to be hate.
Well, I know. I mean, we're always going to hate them, but I don't have that same hate now that I used to have. You know, when it was when the game was a question mark.
Right. I agree. It'll, once we, I guess because really the hate they have for us, it's more of like the pity, it's like they look at us like, oh my gosh, they're so pitiful,
Well, I have a personal story about Nick Saban that I'm hesitant to talk about because I just don't know that people will believe it. So
Yeah, I remember you told me this.
yeah. It took me a minute to believe it myself, but I believe it now because I've seen the proof and I know it is true. But Nick Saban still looks at this as a rivalry. And I'll just say this. He uses YouTube videos as proof to his team that this is still a rivalry. But I guess when you're a coach, you got to do whatever you got to do to try and convince your kids that you're not going to go out there and just mop the floor with the team. I mean, what do you tell... You shouldn't have to tell a kid anything to begin with, but like when Tennessee plays ETSU, what do you tell a team to motivate them to go out there to beat ETSU? And that's what Alabama must feel like when they play Tennessee now.
That's true.
And I don't even know. I couldn't even guess how Florida teams feel. I mean, we beat them once in the last. Since 98, or is it twice?
No, we beat them in 98, 2001, 2003, 2004, 2016. We beat them 5 times since 98.
Well, see, it seems like we've beaten them so few times, it seems like only one time. But I know it's been one time in the last, 12 or 13 years?
It's one time since 2004 we beat them once.
Yeah, so 1 out of 13 tries. Those guys, I mean, coaches will say, no, we don't know we're going to beat that team. They know they're going to beat us. And after some of the losses we've had, at least as fans, when you look at the way Florida has beaten us in football, I mean, it's like, okay, so Tennessee's got an 80-point lead against Florida with 2 minutes left to go. What are they going to do to lose this one? You know, that's kind of what it feels like. That's why.
Now Alabama's at 12 in a row, going for 13.
Yeah. That's the longest streak in this series, by the way, in case anyone didn't know that. I actually do know that.
It's the longest losing streak Tennessee ever had to one team.
Son of a bitch, I interrupted myself and now I don't know what I was going to say. That's bad. It had something to do with something, I do know that. Damn it. It was football. It was Tennessee. Oh, guess who's not here right now? It just reminded me for some reason out of the blue. Our boy, Gate City Blue Devil. This may be the first time he's missed a BBD TV stream.
He's probably watching Game of Thrones like everyone else.
I don't know that he watches that because I'm not sure that he has a TV. I mean, he probably has a TV, but... excuse me, Justin, my lawnmower bill. I mowed my backyard yesterday, and John was supposed to mow the front yard today, but he got tied up doing something else and didn't quite make it out there to the huge part of the yard. Oh, there he is, just like that. Mention his name. If you build it, they will come. How did I miss you? Did you see him, Carter? I didn't see him before now, did you?
I sure did not.
Okay, see that, Gate City? My glasses are working fine. I just need to use it. It ran great, Justin. Had a little bit of sputter to it here and there, but it, ran great. Appreciate it. Can't thank you and Pete enough. Took a YouTube video to finally get it figured out, but my cousin Justin fixed my shitty lawnmower for me this weekend. A friggin' brand new lawnmower that ran like ass.
Yeah. Oh, Justin, I ain't talked to him in a while.
See, Gate City Space Mountain said he didn't see you either, and he's been here since the beginning. So my glasses are working fine. My eyes are finally adjusting to them. It's still got some problems with them. Like when I look out the bottom, you guys have seen those curved TVs. If I hold my head the right way and look out the bifocals, my TV is curved. And I don't think it's supposed to be like that. I think it's because I got these damn things at Walmart. I should have known better. But I do see better, so that's the main thing.
Yeah, you're not going to accidentally let a raccoon in thinking it's Archie.
Yeah. Archie, come here. You guys need to see Archie.
Oh, what have you done to him now?
Well, let's put it this way. He was half and half for a couple of days. Archie, come here. Come here, boy. Archie, come here. Piss on you. He's probably asleep. No, General. Nobody's called. What's the finish looking like, Cody? What's the score? How much time? Toronto up 1 with 10 seconds left and shooting free throws.
Looks like they're Canada.
Canadian team in the NBA, possibly in the NBA Finals. Now, they got to win the East first. Let's see here. We're going to give up.
It ain't bad of me that I always root against Canada teams. Like I don't want the Blue Jays or Raptors to win, and especially in hockey. I don't want Ottawa or Montreal or any of them to win.
I guess I could ask this. What's Canada ever done to you?
I don't know. They're just north of us, and I don't like them.
No, they're just north of us. There you go. That's a good reason to not like them.
Well, I mean, Mexico, if you ever go to Mexico, it's beautiful. They got nice beaches. And you have a really good time. I mean, I'm sure you can have a good time in Canada, but I don't know. It's too cold.
Well, I'm happy for you, Blue Devil. I'm glad somebody around here's got him a Southern Belle to hang out with.
Ooh, 76ers tied up.
Hang on a second.
Go Sixers.
Well, it's too late to worry about switching the channel now. I'll just let you guys tell me what happens. No, not every weekday morning, Stacy. Every now and then I watch the Swain event. I know he's on Facebook and YouTube and all that, so it's easy to watch him. But yeah, I liked Swain. I used to actually work with Swain for a little while in the radio industry.
TSR, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Wasn't it the checkerboard chatter?
Yeah. It was the checkerboard something. It was the checkerboard podcast at first.
Yeah.
And then something. I can't remember what the name was once we got on radio. Why you ask, Stacy? Apparently you do watch every morning. Am I a fan of Jerry Springer? I used to love the Jerry Springer show, but like anything else, it got old after a while. Yeah, they do make good beer, I hear, up in Canada.
Yeah,
Overtime.
Whiskey, Crown Royal.
Hang on a second. Let me go hit that channel then, since it's overtime. Keep them company, Carter. Don't give me dead air for 2 minutes.
I mean, hey, other than Crown Royal and, some beer, what else do they have? Maple syrup, okay. I'll give them that. Maple bacon, I don't know. Still, Canadian bacon, whatever. I mean, come on. That's about it for me. I don't know, I don't have any hate towards that country or nothing, but I mean, it's just like the American thing to do. You don't root for Canada. You want to beat them and everything. And I know that the players on the Raptors are mostly American, probably 99% of them are. But still, I just don't want to see them win anything. At least I don't. Because this is America. I mean, think about it. They had like college football teams that were playing.
All right, somebody lied.
What?
There ain't no overtime. Toronto just won 92-90.
Space Mountain said, "I'm with you, Carter." Thank you. Justin says, "You always cuss me for watching NBA at your house."
I do, and it is still boring as shit. No,
I still cuss you, Justin, because you're a damn two-teamer.
Yeah, there you go. I cuss him because he comes in, walks in, and just fucking takes over the house. Don't stock Oreos when Jug comes around, or white cheddar popcorn. But I have to give Jug credit for that. He turned me on to the white cheddar popcorn. That shit is the bomb, as somebody used to say back in the day. Terrence and Phillip.
I'm not your buddy, guy. I'm not your guy, pal.
No, it don't matter if I'm asleep or not. Let's see. Toronto just had some Duke-level luck. That ought to spark a conversation in the
That'll get Justin all hot and bothered.
Yeah. You know what? Duke can blow me, and I hate Duke, and I give my cousin shit all the time for that, and I'm always going to, because I think it's a pussy thing to do.
It's a sin.
Yeah, that too. It's a sin. But he's been a Duke fan forever, so I guess that counts for something. I don't know what, but it counts for something.
Pick one.
Kawhi Leonard. Did I say that right? Kawhi? Who is crying? So that means the Raptors and the Bucks, right? Jug, or anybody else?
Rappers and Bucks.
So I say go Blazers and go
You
Bucks.
can go Bucks.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Actually, I say don't give a shit. But
Yeah, I agree. But the only time I actually watch the NBA is maybe during the finals. But it's usually like game 3 and beyond.
yeah. I can say one thing about Justin. We have had some good times going to Tennessee ball games in the past. Back in the 90s. Of course, that's when everything was fun as a Tennessee fan.
Right.
We took
In the
over
early 2000s.
took over Birmingham one year. Tried to take over a Popeye's chicken after the game, but that didn't turn out too good. For Jug, anyway. General, I know you're just dying to call in. Just killing him, isn't it, Carter? Killing him. General, I'm going to make a suggestion, buddy. I think you should start live streaming. Honestly, not bullshitting.
Yeah,
You're a good talker. You're usually factually on point. And have you ever thought of it? What's up, Scooter? There's my boy LSU Scooter. Scooter, you do know, and we've talked about this before. You know, LSU is the culprit for Tennessee football hitting the shitter, right?
It started with Nick Saban at LSU.
The LSU voodoo. They put the mojo on us.
Yeah, I can't say nothing about Coonasses and Creole because that's like half my family. So.
Yep. I got to tell that story. So Tennessee beats Alabama. It's 1997. Yeah, 97. And I don't know if Justin even remembers this or not, but we had pretty decent seats. We're in the upper deck, and we're sitting behind this father and son Alabama pair. Of course, we're in Birmingham, so obviously there's Bama people everywhere. But this freaking little kid kept roll-tiding the shit out of us. And I can't remember what I said to him, but right at the end of the game, it was a pretty close game, and that little kid the whole time was, roll tide, getting on my last damn nerve. And I said something smart ass to him at the end of the game, and I felt bad about it because he was a kid. But anyway, we stayed at the La Quinta Inn, I believe it was, in Birmingham, next to Legion Field, close to Legion Field, and there was a Denny's right next to this La Quinta Inn. Well, this had to be the only night in the history of Denny's that they were closed, but they were damn sure closed. And so we went to Popeye's Chicken. That place sucks ass to start with, for my opinion. I've never had good chicken from there. But anyway, we go in, and of course we are the only two white people in there, which cool with me. I lived in North Carolina. I've lived outside of Greenville, so you know I've been used to, hanging out with situations where there are more African Americans than there are white people, so it didn't bother me. Justin may not admit this, but I think he was a little nervous, a little scared. But the place was packed. We get up there to place our order, and I asked for a chicken biscuit, and the woman looked at me like I was fucking retarded. And she said, "We got chicken and we got biscuits. We ain't got no chicken and biscuit." Just like that. And that, oh my God, I wanted to reach across the counter and slap that bitch. So I said, all right, give me some chicken and give me some biscuits, and I'll make my own damn chicken biscuit. And I got my food and went on over, and there was only like one place left to sit, and it was a table where if we wanted to sit down, we had to sit down with these two dudes. So I sat right down with them, and oh shit. Justin came over and sat down. Of course, we were orange head to toe. And one brother looked over at me. He said, "Damn, y'all be representing." And Justin kind of leaned over and he said, "What does that mean?" It was funny as shit. You remember that, don't you, Justin? I know you remember that. That was one of my fondest memories at a Tennessee game. "We got chicken and we got biscuit. We ain't got no chicken biscuit." What's up, Small Ball? What's up, Tomahawk? I think Justin was scared that night. Admit it. You were a little scared, weren't you? He thought we were going to get the hell beat out of us or something, or jacked or held up or something.
Sounds like our hotel in Atlanta.
Now, the opportunity to call has passed us by, General. The phone line has officially been closed for the evening. I know you were 18, but hell, you were a big boy when you were 18. Well, you're a big sumbitch now, but...
Was it as bad as the hotel room in Atlanta, Keith?
Oh, it was worse.
Okay. It was pretty, I mean, that wasn't that bad. But they were shooting dice in the exercise room.
You were pretty damn scared, Carter.
I was not.
Bullshit. You're not lying your way out of that. You were scared in Atlanta.
Look, I was more scared of the area than I was our hotel.
Well, what difference is it? We go to this hotel, and it was kind of a shady-looking area. And I ain't going to tell it. It was too funny.
No, you got to tell it. It is pretty funny.
Well, I mean,
I'll tell it.
Which story are we talking about? The hotel story? Not the one where I went down and yelled. I'm talking about this was
I know which one where you came in. Okay, first of all, here's the deal.
No, not that one. Not where I came in. This is the one where pretty much, I think it was, hell, it might have been the NC State game. I'm not sure. But we pulled up to this hotel. Okay, well, go ahead then.
We pulled up to the hotel, and of course, I booked it online. And, like, the picture they put online was just, like, of one of the hotels that was probably in a real nice place. And this one was definitely not the one in the picture. So, it's close to College Park in Atlanta. So, that should go ahead and tell you. And, of course, when we are getting close to the hotel, we stopped at I think we stopped at a McDonald's and a gas station. We went to the gas station for some drinks. First thing happens, this homeless guy comes up to BVD's car with a spray bottle and a rag, wants some money, and he washes BVD's windshield. And Keith is always a very giving person, so he gave the guy a couple bucks, I think. We went to the McDonald's across the street, and then we went to the hotel room. Now, I had just went through a tropical storm down in Florida where I was living, and I didn't think I was going to make it to Atlanta because the airport was getting pretty bad. So I had to take an emergency, I had to cancel my flight and take an earlier flight because I didn't think I was going to get there if I'd waited. And so luckily Keith had got there like a day before I did, and so he was able to pick me up at the airport in Atlanta. And I hadn't had no sleep at all because I just went through this tropical storm and all this and all that. And we went and ate and went to the hotel. When we get to the hotel, the exercise room, walk right by it. There's guys in there smoking blunts, shooting dice, and it was just real shaky. And so then we go in the room, and I'm half asleep, and Keith comes running in the room, just like barges in the door, and starts yelling about the police or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something to that effect. Is that right, Keith?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It scared the hell out of me. But, so yeah, I guess I was a little scared.
I was more talking about that first hotel that you were talking about. Ultimately, we ended up going somewhere else, but we sat there forever. In fact, we even left and went to that store you were talking about and came back. And what cracked me up and kind of pissed me. I was getting kind of pissed because I was ready to go to sleep, lay down somewhere. He suggested going to the hotel next door to us because it had a fence around it. Well, what was so funny about it was the damn fence. I mean, it wasn't really a fence around the place. It was like, yeah, there was a fence there, but if anybody was going to be sketchy and rob somebody at the hotel we were at, they sure as hell weren't going to have any problem walking 50 feet to the one next door to us. So that was what kind of cracked me up. But that was a lot of fun that time. A lot of fun that weekend.
Yeah, that was the first time we had met once before at the spring game, but that was the first time we were together for more than 2 hours.
Yeah, Pop says that sounds like the Days Inn in Greenville. You know, the Days Inn in Greenville used to be one of, if not the nicest hotels in Greenville now, or back in the day, but now it's like the I don't know if it's the local crack hangout or crack and hoe in. Um, but it's definitely not one of the nicer ones. And the Comfort Inn or Econo Lodge, the one that used to be the Holiday Inn forever. I went in there one night, and they won't take cash. They take only credit cards, and you have to give them, I think, a $75 or $100 deposit. And the guy working the counter that night, I actually knew the guy. We used to work together at Papa John's years ago, and he said the reason they do that, of course, is to keep the crackheads and the hoes out. I was like, all right, that makes sense. That makes sense. Justin knows all about the crack and hoe spots in Greenville. He's more of a Greenville traveler than I am. He knows all the sketchy spots in Greenville.
There's a hotel in Jackson, Tennessee that I went to on my prom night. And they charge you. You get to rent the room by the hour. That's all I need to say.
Yeah.
And you get some crusty sheets.
Crusty sheets, yeah. Oh, the Roach Motel that me and Lawtide stayed in Birmingham or Tuscaloosa was, Jesus. It was literally the Roach Motel. But yeah, Stacy McDaniel, I did. It was very brief that I worked with Jason, and I actually didn't get to broadcast with him. We just happened to both be working at TSR at the Swain time at the same time.
I went up there when you were working there. Remember that one night?
Yeah.
And I got to talk with Jason. His show, I think he was up there. I don't know if he just did his show, and then the BBD show came on. So I got to sit there and just talk to Swain for like 2 hours. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah. Chris Treese's show was on. Swain's show. I think this was before Swain ever got big in radio. He had just started.
Yeah.
So that right there just goes to show you, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
That's when the Eric Ainge show was the big show.
Yeah. I'm still surprised that Ainge works with the sports animal. He's changed a lot. For anybody that's been watching and listening to Eric Ainge since his TSR days, he's not nearly as brash as he used to be. But that's because working for the animal, he has to keep it muffled, you know.
You think he's still got that wolf with the noose?
Oh, yeah. I would imagine.
Cool. Yeah, maybe he had this really cool stuffed wolf. It was a gray wolf, just kind of like NC State's. And he had it hanging out of the back of his car with a noose around its neck, and it was super cool. We drove that thing all around Atlanta.
Yeah,
and then he gave it to Eric Ainge during his live show at the Castleberry Inn in Atlanta.
Yeah, you remember all the good stuff.
Of course.
Well, we've got about 10 minutes left in this amazing, earth-shattering show that we have put on here tonight with the many thousands and thousands of people that have tuned in for the fun and enjoyment of a live stream on YouTube. So what would you guys be doing right now? Tiger War Eagle just popped into the room. What's going on? That could be. I didn't get to see it, Tiger. What would you guys be doing right now if you were not on YouTube? What would you be doing right now, Carter?
I'd probably be in bed from the 9-hour drive I just got through doing.
Well, now wait a minute. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. The general said he would be reading. Interesting.
Well, say what you were gonna say. I want to hear it.
I was just wondering how it turned into a 9-hour drive. Because at the beginning of the show, it was an 8-hour drive.
Okay, well, I mean, like,
I'm just messing with you. I thought, well, maybe he's been driving around for this hour. That would make it a 9-hour drive.
No, I left earlier this morning from Tennessee, and now I'm in Pensacola, Florida. So
I'd like to get down there sometime. The way you've described it.
It's awesome.
I haven't been to any beach since I think '97.
Yeah. I miss living down here, man. I've always said if I could move back, I would in a heartbeat. I mean, I'll always have. This will always be a place that is special to me.
What's stopping you?
Well, the cost of living is higher, and just, I mean, we gotta have a pretty good job to live down here. And I don't know. I guess part of me, I mean, all my family's back home in Tennessee, but there's one day I may come back down here and live. It's always fun to come back and visit, though. Got a lot of old friends and stuff like that.
I totally understand that. I always try to have a lot of fun when I go back to Raleigh.
Yeah.
It just places like that are so different than where we live, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. Growing up in a small town, and then which I mean Pensacola's not. It's definitely bigger, way bigger, but it's not like Nashville or Knoxville, but I mean it's a pretty good sized place.
Right.
And it's just real, and it seems bigger because of all the tourists that come down here, you know.
I got cracked up at Justin the other day on Friday. He was bitching about the Greenville traffic on Friday. And a lot of people do bitch about the Greenville traffic on Friday, you know, because there's 5 tractors on the road instead of 1, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It does get a little bit crowded at some of the intersections, but I mean...
Well, in McKenzie, our problem is the tractors, it's the damn Amish and their horse and wagons everywhere, and you gotta run through horse shit, and it gets old. You
should do a video about that.
I need to.
Just for the hell of it. Mainly just because I'd like to see it.
Dude, you know what's funny? Which I mean, if y'all didn't know this, I manage a movie theater. And I did a movie a couple weeks ago for the Amish people. And there was like 67 of them. And my God, I had to spray Febreze on every single seat. And I'm not trying to be ugly about them, but it was an experience.
I've seen, we have Mennonites here in Greene County, and of course they're like modern Amish. They got electricity and cars and crack and meth and probably who knows what else, but I probably shouldn't have said that. But they're like totally different than the Amish.
They are.
But
yeah, we have some too. They drive trucks, and like you said, they.
Yeah. Well, they have a great restaurant here, and they make. Do the Amish people make storage sheds? That's the only thing I know to call them.
Yeah, they do. Oh yeah, they sell those. They have a little market in McKenzie.
Yeah,
right outside
here.
McKenzie, and they have some really good like beef jerky, and people love their soaps, man. People buy this stuff.
Oh my God, that stuff stinks, man. It all smells the same.
And yeah, and like that's the kind of soap you have to put on a rag because they got like nuts and stuff in it. So if you rub that on your body, it's gonna leave scratch marks.
Yeah, you don't want to rub nuts on your nuts by any means. They have any Yoders there? Is that a name that you've seen?
Yeah, like Malachi Yoder and
we have a Yoder's market here.
Yeah.
But it's huge, man. It's a huge market now, but it's a huge draw. That place is always packed. And I know Justin's been out to you've been out to the store out on the 107, haven't you? The Mennonite store out there. I can't think of the name of it, but it's right there. It's like a whole Mennonite community now where the Farmer's Daughter restaurant is, the damn, the little store, and they have that just right up the road, or it might be in the same lot, the storage building place.
Yeah. Yeah, most of them are like, you know, Levi, and Daniel, Eli, and Samuel, and Noah.
Eli, Malachi, all the I's.
Yeah.
I guess they don't have any problem when they have like let's say like a town committee meeting and something, you know, the I's have it. But
They're actually doing it. It's funny you say that because the city is actually doing they're actually having the next board meeting or whatever, city council meeting because one of the big problems is with the Amish in our town is they're doing a lot of dumpster diving. And like people,
the Amish are
them, like, yeah, they're going through people's trash, and people are also upset because you know they're running over horse crap, and that, and just the whack, their horse and buggies get stuck behind them, a 2-lane road. It's very aggravating. So I don't know what's going to happen with it, but people are about at their wits' end with all that. So
yeah. Deadhead. Okay. That's my notes I was taking when I was on the... I'm eventually going to get around to making a video about the catfish trip I took last year. It's only been 11 months ago. It's probably time I should make a video about it. It should be a pretty good... I took a lot of notes on that trip. I took trucker notes. I took this happened notes, Tennessee football notes, things that people say that don't make sense, that make no sense whatsoever, like hot as fuck, cold as hell. There's a couple. Let's see. You're a fuck up. I don't give a flying fuck. Get the fuck out of here. Shut the fuck up. What the fuck? Fuck off. You were fucked. Various and sundry ways of using the word making love. The old function way. Feng shui way. Who is KD, Justin? I know, obviously. Oh, okay. Yeah, duh. I knew that.
Played for Rick Barnes.
That's it. Space Mountain, we're number 12 overall. So I'm guessing we got there's a Knoxville region, I'm assuming, right? Yeah, you too, General, man. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun out in LA. Dude, make a video. Start a channel, make a video. You're in the perfect spot right now to make a video. I would love to see that.
Look, General, I think you would be great at doing YouTube videos, man. Especially live streams. You have a lot to say. I mean, and I think that's what you need to do. You need to start doing videos and live streams. I think you'd be very successful with it, General. And hey, I'll come on your channel anytime you need a co-host.
Yeah, maybe that's what I need to be, Carter, is like a YouTube broker. I got catfish to start making videos. Look what happened.
General, you're the reason I started.
You start making videos, General, and blow up, then I'm going to change something. But yeah. Anyway, we are reaching a screeching halt here right now. It is 10 o'clock on a Sunday night. Hey, look, joking aside, I always like to have a lot of fun. If you've got a mother that's still alive and you didn't talk to her today, or you didn't at least acknowledge her today, shame on you. It kills me. It does. Carter, it kills me when I hear of people that aren't getting along with their mothers. Like I ain't talked to my mama in 2 years. She's dead to me. Well, one day she is going to be dead to you. So, if you haven't talked to your mom today, shame on you. Pick up the damn phone right now. Get off of this retarded stream of mine and call your mom. Because there's people like me, my roommate, and a lot of other people I know that would give anything to be able to talk to their mom again. 5 minutes, man. And if I could talk to my mom for 5 minutes, I'd be good to go,
Yeah.
Anyway, Carter, tell your mom that I said Happy Mother's Day down there.
Of course.
And love her, love you and Kenny, love everybody. I'm just a loving kind of guy. Anything on the way out, Carter?
Go VOLS as always, my friend. And we'll see you next Sunday.
Yep, y'all have an outstanding Mother's Day night and an even better tomorrow.